It's about damn time.
Awaken.
That's some great breathing animation he's got there. Huff puff, huff puff. Doesn't look quite as ridiculous from a distance. I use the mouse for a minute and look at my journal and see what it says. Bonus mission. You've awakened in a medical bay in an unknown facility. The last thing you remember is being a passenger on the Republic capital ship, the Harbinger. Harbinger, you should find out where you are and how you got here. Yeah, I suppose I should. So I got a map. I could save my current game. It's probably a good idea. A new slot. Yeah. Save game, save one. What do we got here? We got implants, head, body. We got body slots. I got no items. Party inventory. Light and dark. I am completely neutral at the moment. All of this looks pretty good. Alright. Look at these. These are all the other characters I could have chosen. Immersion in Kolto tanks can heal most wounds. If you have lost vitality points during your exploration, return here. Great. Well, that door looks all kinds of fucked up. This door is locked. That's right, give me that fat loot. I'll take it. Medical logs.
Still examining the survivors of the damaged freighter. Looks like it goes by the name of the Ebon Hawk. Only one survivor, placed in the Kolto tank for recovery. The carbon scoring on the vessel suggests it was in a battle, but no indication of who fired on it. Couldn't get much from the Nava computer. I'm surprised the ship was able to make it inside the Paragus asteroid field without the asteroid drift charts. Aside from the lone survivor, we recovered an old woman. No life signs. There was also a protocol droid and a utility droid on board. Sent both down to maintenance while security sorts through the other items on the ship. It looks like the utility droid, a T3 unit, was able to get the ship working enough to get to the colony. We're prepared to... Could be a Jedi, but we won't know for sure until we get the transmission back from the Republic. If the survivor is a Jedi, that would account for the recovery rate. But I'm more concerned that a Jedi here may cause trouble. Some of the miners, especially KOTOR, are already another accident today. A detonation in the ventilation tunnels. If the lockdown measures hadn't activated, the whole facility would have been destroyed. Got most of the injured to the Kolto tanks in time, but the rest had to go to the morgue. One of the wounded said a droid caused the accident, but we couldn't get any specifics. Minors about the Jedi. A number of the droids have been acting oddly, and not even memory wipes seem to be fixing the problem. There was a detonation in another one of the fuel vents the droids were working in. We deactivated several of them, and moved them down to maintenance. But we're still treating the plasma burns. That cuts us down to almost half shifts, and with the droids malfunctioning, we may not make the Telos shipment for this month. Fortunately, the detonation didn't cause a lockdown.
Warning. There has been a fuel detonation in the mining tunnels. Emergency lockdown commencing. All personnel report to quarters and prepare for emergency venting countermeasures.
No! If the ventilation systems are malfunctioning, evacuate the medical bay! Everyone evacuate!
Well... Deceased, 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 deceased. A lethal dose of sedatives was administered to all the tanks, including number 3. There's no record of who ordered the treatment. Huh. Cool, cool. A little bit of backstory. Medical storage is locked. Hang on. Alright, got it. Door is locked, need a spike, don't got a spike, going over here instead. This old woman looks dead, but there's no sign of what killed her. It's a zombie! Quick, shoot it in the
Find what you're
head.
looking for amongst the dead.
I thought you were dead.
Close to death. Yes, closer than I'd like. You have the smell of the KOTOR tank about you. How do you feel?
Okay, well.
Yes, I had hoped as much. I slept here too long and could not awaken. It may be I reached out unconsciously, and your mind must have been a willing one. Or perhaps you have been trained for such things.
Yes, perhaps. Who are you?
I am Kreia, and I am your rescuer, as you are mine. Tell me, do you recall what happened? Your ship was attacked. You were the only survivor. A result of your Jedi training, no doubt.
I am no longer a member of the Jedi Order.
Your stance, your walk tells me you are a Jedi. Your walk is heavy. You carry something that weighs you down.
My dick. Let's deal with the now. What is the place?
I do not know.
This place.
I was removed from the events of the world as I slept. A survey of the surroundings may provide the answers we seek. The ship we arrived in, the Ebon Hawk, must still be in this place. We should recover it and leave. We were attacked once, and I fear our attackers will not give up the hunt so easily. Without transport, weapons, and information, they will find us easy prey indeed.
Let me try my persuasion skills since I put so many points into them.
Even as I slept, I felt much unrest here. I saw strange visions, minds colored with fear. Now, everything here feels terribly silent. A last word of caution. I would find out as much as you can about this place quickly. I fear we will need to depart as suddenly as we arrived.
All dead in Shimoda Village. Let's see.
You may wish to extend your search to some clothes, if only for proper first impressions.
And I thought being naked would improve my first impression.
I do not know. Why did they spare you?
I think I was just too tough to kill.
Indeed, a Jedi trance could protect one from such poisons. In fact, the sedatives may have been intended to keep you unconscious for some time. It would prove lethal to those untrained in such techniques, however. Most curious. I leave you to the explorations of this place. Here I will remain and attempt to center myself.
Light side points. Gay. You have taken your first steps on the path to the light side. Heroic acts and charitable responses to others will elevate you further, bringing you more in touch with the light side of the Force and its higher mysteries. Cruel or selfish actions will reverse this, causing you to fall to the dark side. I guess I should have been meaner to this old woman so that I could get myself a snazzy red lightsaber and decapitate the fuck out of everybody I come across. But, I don't know. I want to team up with her while I'm here just so I can get out of here safely, so... Alright. Can I make anything with the lab station? I can create certain items at a lab station using chemicals, but I don't have any chemicals. Alright. Well, fuck it. I shall go for now. Damaged door. Oh, I have a plasma torch. Let's try this.
Emergency lockdown is in effect. Turbolifts have been sealed to contain the explosion.
Equip a plasma torch as a weapon. Alright, I got me a plasma torch.
Emergency lockdown is in effect. Turbolifts have been sealed to contain the... Emergency lockdown.
Oh, I think I've figured out something that I didn't understand earlier. I have to use left and right on the directional pad to select things when I'm looking at an object that has options. Okay. So it's not the game's fault. It's just me being a dumbass. Got it. Alright, so I want to select the vibro cutter. Alright, now I've got a sword. Can't do anything with this corpse here. He's an ugly bastard, isn't he? The game pauses when you sight an enemy, and the selection reticle will show up in red. You can use the mouse to select other hostile targets. This auto pause option can be disabled. Alright. Fucking select it. What the fuck? Alright. Attack. I don't want to press the spacebar. I've got a controller. Oh, start button. Why would it be the start button? That's weird. It's very weird. Alright. Yeah, give me that mining laser. Well, I guess start button corresponds to pausing the game.
Emergency lockdown is in effect. Turbolifts have been sealed.
Kind of makes sense. Interesting. Motion trackers. Deflector Mark 1. I see, I see. Alright, what is this deflector? What does it do? Where does it go? It doesn't appear to correspond to any of my items. Absorbs energy, electric ion. Deflectors provide limited protection against all types of energy. Yeah, so I can give it to an astromech droid, huh? Droid upgrades. Well, that's interesting. So I can apparently upgrade my droid later on.
This is the exit, but it is sealed. Strange. In my visions, it was open.
Get out of my mind! Alright, I need to find an access terminal. Speak of the devil.
Is this thing on? Alright, all hands, especially you, KOTOR. Listen up, because I'm not gonna say this again. The next one of you Juma heads to try and smuggle a blaster, or so help me, any sort of military-grade frag weapons into my facility is gonna take a long walk out the airlock. Why? Because in case you forgot, Paragian fuel explodes at high temperatures. That's what blasted that chunk out of Paragus 2 and created this asteroid field. So if I catch any of you with anything other than sonic charges or mining lasers, I'll burn you and your contract. Security out.
Alright.
And of According to one of the miners, it was because one of the sonic charges went off prematurely. And like before, it was one set by a mining droid. The three idiots were grouped so close to the charge it might as well have been a grenade going off. The blast turned their bones to dust. The blast wrecked the internal components of the droid that set the charge, though, so we can't even dissect it to see what happened.
Sabotage!
What's going on here? Ever since that Jedi showed up, things are getting worse. It's not just Korta and his miners, or the fights, but now the droids are acting crazy. If we don't find what's causing this, or who, this facility is going to be space dust by the time the next Telos freighter arrives. So, you're in maintenance. Then maybe you can tell me what's going on with these droids.
Sir, I don't know. It's like their behavior cores are undergoing binary decay, but I can't find the source. This shouldn't be happening.
Well, that's reassuring. It isn't happening. So the next time we nearly have a breach in the ventilation tunnels, I could just close my eyes and pretend it's my imagination. You better give me some answers. I want to know the damage these droids can do if they start mining us instead of asteroid rock.
Sir, these droids aren't combat models. Their mining lasers are weaker and less accurate than blasters. I doubt those droids could even hit one of us.
Are you blind? What about the miners in Medbay? It's sabotage, and it started right after the commander said we weren't going to sell the Jedi to the exchange. So I want you to find out how these droids are being sabotaged. That'll tell me who's trying to clear a path to get that Jedi off the facility, and stop him. In the meantime, make sure the security's armed with all the ion and sonic charges you can find. If those droids start coming after me, I'm gonna need more than low-grade mining lasers to take them down. Clear?
Yes, sir. Maintenance control out.
Idiot. I secured the stealth field generator inside one of the footlockers in the security storage room. If I have the specs right, the interface field should be effective against the droid's sensors. All I need to do is equip the belt, and some skill with stealth in order to use it. As long as I don't get too close to the droids, they shouldn't detect me. If any more droids start malfunctioning, the belt should buy me enough time to get to the override switch I set up in the communications blister console. I'd rather shut them down than destroy them. I want to find out how these droids are being sabotaged. Maybe even turn them against whoever's sabotaging them.
Groovy.
I installed an override switch to shut down any droids on this level, just in case someone locks me out of the administration console. As added insurance, I tied the override switch into the circuit to the holding cell door. It'll make sure it can only be opened if all droids in the level are shut down. I doubt Korta or any of his men have the skill to pull off something like this, but I'm not taking any chances while we're sitting in the middle of this asteroid minefield. Whoever's responsible won't be able to have the droids rescue him after I lock him up. Nothing will cut through that door. He'll be trapped.
That's me. Oh, damn. 3 droids? That's not good. Seen that one. Somebody's in a holding cell. Alright. That worked a little better. Interesting. Now, I should probably switch to my sword.
Be careful. There is much energy in the room beyond, yet it stems from nothing that lives. Can you not sense them? Reach out. Cast aside your sight. Cast aside what you see, and instead reach out with your perception.
Open your mind. Open your mind.
Ah, you can feel them. The droids you cannot perceive, but the small oscillations of energy, that you can feel, echoing outwards.
Passive precognition power. Alright. So there's a bunch of enemies in there. I got myself some mines. Let's see if I can use those mines. I'm gonna go in here. No? How do I use my mines? That is the question. Alright, let me pause for a minute. Okay. So